You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about sports in the state of Michigan? You've got the truth, all right. Can you handle the truth? Find out right now on the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast, the show that detects and provides truth, research, and statistics about the Tigers, Lions, Red Wings, Pistons, Wolverines, and Spartans. Watch it in video format and subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast and on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Listen to it in audio format wherever you get your podcasts. Follow it on X, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Like its Facebook page, facebook.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Follow it on LinkedIn and on Patreon at patreon.com/Michigan Sports Truth. Also visit its website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code80x.me. Join its Spreaker Supporters Club for just $2 per month and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe and know the truth. And welcome to another episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips, the hardest and most intelligent Michigan sports truth detective. This podcast consists of hard criticism, hard stories, interesting stats, and reality about our sports teams in the state of Michigan. If fans can't handle it, they should not comment. What's not allowed on the show? Touchy-feely comments, emotional talk, whining, conspiracies, unfunny humor, overreactions, bullying, harassment, curse delusions, solicitation, naive arguments, arrogance, and propaganda. Yeah, I don't allow any of that stuff, okay? This podcast is hosted by someone who has autism, which is me, and is not for entertainment purposes, but for educational purposes. The views expressed do not reflect the truth about our teams. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Warde Manuel actually resigning, Moritz Seider expectedly being the next Red Wings captain, talks between Pistons and Jalen Duren on a new maximum contract extension, some Tigers news and Sam LaPorta news, tight end Sam LaPorta of the Detroit Lions. Sam LaPorta. First off, the Wolverines world beat top story. Warde Manuel is actually resigning as athletic director at the University of Michigan. So all the news about the U of M not handling the Sharon Moore case as well as expected. They're being sued by Paige Silver, all that kind of stuff. So that news is out there. You can read it on your own. But I want to get to the false report by Justin Spiro. He reported, according to a source, that Warde Manuel was fired. Spiro jumped the gun yet again, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So Warde Manuel, I would say to almost match that report, was apparently forced to resign amid everything that's going on involving Sharon Moore, the Michigan football program, the Wolverines, all that stuff, Matt Weiss, Jim Harbaugh, all those guys. So that's the Wolverines world beat. Now for another edition of As the Winged Wheel Turns. According to Ansar Khan of MLive, the Red Wings beat writer of MLive, Red Wings defenseman Moritz Seider is expected to be the team's next captain, regardless of whether Dylan Larkin stays or gets traded. So I would think it would be anybody but Dylan Larkin being a captain, because Dylan Larkin, of course, as I said, just not fit to be a captain of any NHL team. So he's got to learn the ropes. He's got to have thicker skin than that. So in other news, Former Red Wings forward Patrick Kane goes back to Chicago to sign a 2-year, $16 million contract with the Blackhawks, where he won 3 Stanley Cups, whom he won 3 Stanley Cups with in 2010, 2013, and 2015. So Patrick Kane is a legend, no matter which NHL team he plays for, Blackhawks, Red Wings, he's him, period. So the Red Wings are going to have to find a younger forward, a very valuable younger scoring forward to replace him, or somewhat. So we'll stay on top of that and see who replaces him sometime in the near future. So in other news, the Dallas Stars and Jason Robertson avoided arbitration with a 1-year, $12 million contract, so the Red Wings can't trade him. And now I'm being told that I've been reading stories that Dylan Larkin is more likely to stay with the Red Wings as a non-captain now that Steve Yzerman was reportedly out as the Red Wings executive vice president and general manager. So it's the domino effect, the psychological domino effect that's been going on with Dylan Larkin requesting to be traded by Steve Yzerman. Yzerman didn't want to do that, and Yzerman was put in a very, very difficult position by all that stuff. And Larkin, though, has been a big part of the Red Wings' problems trying to make the Stanley Cup playoffs since 2016. But Larkin, like I discussed, since he became captain, he pouted. He threw a sucker punch at a Tampa Bay Lightning player in the 2022 home opener at Little Caesars Arena against the Lightning, crying about Tyler Bertuzzi getting traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs, whining about the officiating, and now he requested a trade. He was lacking leadership. Can Moritz Seider become a better leader than Dylan Larkin? Does Seider have thicker skin? We'll have to find out come the hockey season, come October or September in the NHL preseason, and in training camp as well. And speaking of training camp, the Red Wings are no longer. The Red Wings training camp facility is no longer in Traverse City. It's apparently in just downtown Detroit, where it's in its practice rink, practice facility rink, I would say. So that's another edition of As the Wing Wheel Turns. Sebastian Chose, 3620, commented, fully expected Larkin to be stripped of his captaincy in a Wings jersey until he's traded by the trade deadline. Just don't see much happening until he opens his trade list. Yeah, right now, the last I saw, the Minnesota Wild, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Florida Panthers, and the Dallas Stars, being the latest, added on to his list of teams to be traded to. Thanks, Sebastian. Please subscribe and spread the word. So, moving on to the Pistons Post, the Jalen Duren watch. The starting report from Evan Sidery, the NBA senior writer. The Pistons had been progressing with Jalen Duren, their top star center, in talks on a major contract extension, a maximum contract extension. Right now, they're currently at a standstill, and right now it's currently at a standstill and could take until August. Now, the developing story is from Kelly Iko of Yahoo Sports, NBA writer. Piston center Jalen Duren still wants the maximum of a 5-year, $287 million contract extension, to be exact, which could take a while. And there's no rush for the Pistons and Jalen Duren to work this out. Yeah, just thoroughly work it out. It's going to take some thorough work. So everybody, please be patient. There's no need for anyone to rush, okay? That's the Pistons Post. Now for the Tigers Tribune top story. Ace starting pitcher Tarik Skubal, who fanned 12 Kansas City Royals batters in a 2-1 win at Comerica Park for the Tigers. He wants to stay in Detroit with the Tigers for the rest of the season and compete for a World Series. So one of my main issues is their lack of consistency on offense. Yeah, they got a few consistently good hitters as usual. Kevin McGonigal, Dylan Dingler, Riley Green, and Gleyber Torres. We need not comment on them. I need not show you any of the stats. Gleyber Torres hitting 280 something. And the Tigers' hottest hitter right now, infielder and second baseman Hao Yu Lee. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys. Oh man, the stats in his last 7 games as a second baseman. His hitting, 348 average, 375 on base percentage, 565 slugging percentage. So if I calculate this on my calculator app, 0.375 plus 0.565. There you go. It's going to be a 940 OPS in his last 7 games. Wow. Can you believe that? Hao Yu Lee in his last 7 games, a 940 OPS. Can you believe that? Wow. So there you go. That's the hottest hitter of the Detroit Tigers right now. The inconsistent hitters, Spencer Torkelson, he strikes out way too many times. Zach McKinstry, he's been terrible as of late. Matt Vierling, just stagnantly inconsistent. Kerry Carpenter, he's been laboring this season as of late. Surprisingly, that's the most surprising disappointment for me. Just honestly, Kerry Carpenter is better than this. Colt Keith, as usual, inconsistent. Javier Baez, although he's injured, he's not consistent enough. Parker Meadows, he got red hot a little bit before he got badly injured. James Outman, not consistent enough, although his 3-run home run helped propel the Tigers to a 4-3 win on Thursday in Game 1 of that 4-game series against the Kansas City Royals at Comerica Park. And Wenzel Perez, hitting under 200. That's not consistent either. But I want to get to Kerry Carpenter and Little Dallas Cowboy. I'm sorry, but this is Michigan sports. We're covering Detroit teams, not Dallas teams. Sorry. So Kerry Carpenter was having an issue with one of his cleats. Thank you for tuning in, though. Causing a bruised heel, according to Jeff Seidel of the Detroit Free Press. So I want to share my screen again with this article right here. That was on Wednesday. Wow, in an 11-2 rout loss to the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. That's the middle game of that game. The 3-game series. The Tigers took 2 of 3, by the way. Carpenter has a bruised heel on his left foot. The Tigers think his cleats. Seriously. He's always worn Under Armour cleats, but his favorite pair was discontinued, so he switched to a pair of New Balance cleats. Under Armour stopped making the model I wore in the last 7 years, Carpenter said before the Tigers played the Chicago Cubs on Wednesday, July 22nd. So I switched to New Balance because they were the only ones that felt good on my feet. Only there has been a problem. There's like a little extra molded spike on the bottom of it. It's right in the middle of my heel, and I think that's just been like crushing my heel. Carpenter can run with and deal with the pain, but it gets far worse when he tries to stop running. He said, quote, "It's been pretty painful the last week or so," unquote. So New Balance, yeah, they just didn't produce enough. That's how could a product like that like cause a player harm like that? I don't get that. So the bruised heel is on the back leg of his swing where he generates his power, but he thinks it has impacted him more. But he thinks it has impacted him more running than swinging the bat. So Carpenter said, I think, quote, "I think manager AJ Hinch just wanted somebody that wasn't hobbling around," unquote. Carpenter does not feel it has impacted him at the plate, despite his recent slump, an 0-for-26 skid with 9 strikeouts in 10 games entering Wednesday, dropping him to a .206 batting average with 13 home runs. And he said, quote, "He feels great mentally and spiritually and everything. Just bummed that I feel like I'm not helping the team at all or even hurting the team sometimes by not hitting well. So it's kind of a bummer in that regard. But I'm just working as hard as I possibly can to figure out and find the right adjustment again. And it'll hopefully come soon enough. This and that." I feel like I'm on the right track, so I just have to find the right adjustment because it's not like I'm swinging and missing a ton or striking out a ton. I'm swinging and my barrel's not going where it usually should go. It's nothing more than that. Well, Carpenter, you're also over swinging. That's because you're over swinging. That's the truth. That's my truth. That's the way I see it. Just like Spencer Torkelson over swings way too many times, and he strikes out on a more consistent basis, does Torkelson. As far as the cleat problem, the Tigers hope they have solved the issue before Wednesday's game. An equipment manager removed the plastic spike. Carpenter picked up the cleat from his locker and turned it over. It looked like somebody had sawed off the plastic molded piece. Will that help? I have no idea. Carpenter said he has no idea. He hasn't even put it on his cleats yet, but hopefully. Carpenter, unquote. Carpenter is hoping he can find some of the old Under Armour cleats at home. Carpenter said, quote, "I think I still have some in the locker room at home, so we'll see if I can find any. I'll be wearing that the rest of the year if I can." Yeah, that would be a great idea. Yeah, so hopefully Kerry Carpenter finds those cleats, and hopefully Kerry Carpenter makes his adjustment and cuts down on the overswinging and just makes contact with the bat and the ball, the baseball, So that's the Tigers Tribune health report, ending with a health report. Now the Lions lowdown training camp edition. Lions tight end Sam LaPorta is fully medically cleared to return to practice from his back injury, according to Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. So, Sam LaPorta, great to have him back. Not much else to it. So, what did we learn? Well, Tarik Skubal despite all the gaslighting trade talk, wants to stay in Detroit for the rest of the 2026 season. Warde Manuel actually resigned, apparently was forced to resign, not fired, which is slightly different, but still different enough for Spiro's source report of him, Manuel, being fired to be still wrong. So thanks a lot, Spiro. I'm no longer trusting you. I'm still not trusting you because you've still been wrong the last few years anyway. Moritz Seider is going to become the next Red Wing captain, and I believe he will have at least somewhat thicker skin than Dylan Larkin can be. Moritz Seider can prove at least some more leadership than Larkin can be. The Pistons and Jalen Duren are trying to work on a maximum contract extension to keep him because they need him to play defense and offense in the post because he's their star center. The Tigers still contending. Tarik Skubal wants to stay in Detroit and help the Tigers win a World Series. Do they have enough offense? I strongly doubt it, although how Uli has picked it up as of late, and they still have Kevin McGonigal, Dylan Dingler, Riley Green, and Gleyber Torres returning. Well, Torres particularly returning from his injury, still contributing at the plate, but they still have other hitters that are not consistent. Torkelson, McKinstry, Veerling, Carpenter as of late. He's been on a long slump, 0 for 26, his cleats. But besides him, Colt Keith, Javier Baez, Meadows, Alman, and Wenzel Perez. Parker Meadows, again, was hot until he got injured, but we'll see. It might not work out for him anyway. He's got to prove more. Wenzel Perez has to prove more, although he was injured after showing a red-hot bat in his last 7 games. So, and then finally, the Lions glad to have Sam LaPorta back. So that's everything we've learned in this episode of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Subscribe to its YouTube channel at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Turn on all notifications on the bell icon. Click or tap on live to find its latest episodes. View its shorts and posts and give them all a like. Also, watch it live and follow it on Twitch at Michigan Sports Truth. Listen to it in audio format. Listen to it in audio format on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music /Audible, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and GeoSavin. Follow it on social media on X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at Michigan_Truth, and on Reddit at u/Michigan_Truth. Also on Facebook, Patreon, and LinkedIn. Its website, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast.code.adx.me, and join its Spreaker Supporters Club, just $2 a month, and donate to the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast for Autism on GoFundMe. The goal is $2,400. Until the next episode, this is Taylor Phillips signing off. Stay on the lookout, stay out of trouble, and stay safe. And just understand that I observe and detect the truth about sports in the state of Michigan only for fans' own good and education, because the Michigan Sports Truth is out there. Ta-ta for now. Hit them with a high, power to the people. Baba booey to y'all. High-speed internet service provided by Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids. Visual wardrobe prompts provided by Creative Embroidery of Cadillac. Statewide business endorsements go to Fox Motors, Candy Wall by Sukar, Great Lakes Art, Michigan Rustic Properties, Grand Traverse Pie Company, J&H Family Stores, Positive Chimney and Fireplace, Farm Bureau Insurance, Michigan's Adventure, Alpine Chocolate House in Manistee, Boyne City, Gaylord, Plymouth, and Sault Ste. Marie, Hudsonville Ice Cream, Grandpa's Mini Donuts, Rally House Michigan and Rally House Detroit, Tom's Food Markets, Beacon and Bridge, Fago Soda, Detroit Wing Company, Simply Delightful, JR's All-Star Haircuts for Men, Tropical Touch Spa, Main Street Rocks, G's Pizzeria, Wesco, 7 Brew Coffee, Gardner White Furniture, and BC Pizza. Metro Detroit area business endorsements go to the Annex Detroit Nightclub and its Annex Angels, Health Choice of Michigan, 313 Elite Epoxy, Miracle Tax Lady in Southfield, Color Point Print in Troy, Busta Dogs, Lucia Landscaping, Cedarland Bakery in Dearborn, La Serre French Restaurant in Ann Arbor, Vibes Southfield, ANS Detailing in Troy, State Fair Supermarket in Ferndale, Stepping Stone Wellness Center in Plymouth, Place Sports Club Detroit, Buscemi's Party Shop in Waterford Township, the Vanguard Hotel in Ann Arbor, Realtors Kevin S. Bentley and Lindsay Gorman, Sean O'Callaghan's Public House in Plymouth, Gino Surf, Avenue American Bistro, Mochi Nut Donut and Boba, Ostre Detroit, Peak Exterior Care, the Edo Ramen House in Southfield, the Great Lakes Crossing Mall in Auburn Hills, Empire of Detroit, Modern 7 Bistro, Northville Sports Den, the Union Barber Shop in Birmingham and Ferndale, United Mobile Power Wash and Dry Ice Works in Southfield, Frothy Girl in Ortonville, Spot Truck in Dearborn and Detroit, Athletico Physical Therapy on Woodward Street in Ferndale, Detroit Pizza Company, The Blind Owl in Royal Oak, Brass Rail Detroit. Cali Tickets, call 877-225-8425 or visit CaliTickets.com. Reliance Pressure Washing, The Jagged Fork, Goodman Acker PC, Northwestern Technological Institute, Green Lantern Pizza, The Pins Bowling Center in South Lyon, Impact North in Ortonville, Vitamin Shop in Auburn Hills, Legacy Family Dental Center in Dearborn, 350 Terrace, and Hodges Subaru. Local business endorsements go to Cherry Capital Communications in Elk Rapids, Van Dam Custom Boats in Boyne City, Royal Kicks in Battle Creek, Port Huron Nutrition, Hamilton's RV Outlet in Saginaw, Anytime Fitness in Kalamazoo, Lucky Pro Wash with multiple locations in northern Michigan, Original Mackinac Island Fudge, Mad Batter Bakery in White Pigeon, Boyne and beyond, Morris Richardson Real Estate in West Branch, Little Dipper Cottage Northport, K&L Creations in Manton, Upriver Pizza in Benzonia, Glen Arbor Construction, Freshwater Auto Spa in Kalkaska, Kingsley Lumber, Boyne Golf, The Outsider in Manistee, the Silver Dollar Pub and Grill in Roscommon, Toy Town of Cadillac and Reed City, the Landing Zone in Gaylord, the VI Grill in Suttons Bay, West Michigan Massage Therapist Emmeline. Visit zenwem.com. The B4 Foundation in Ithaca, Wexford Community Credit Union in Cadillac and Lake City, Jay's Sporting Goods in Gaylord and Clare, The Front Porch in Suttons Bay, Trout Town Tavern and Eatery in Kalkaska, the El Cilantro Taco Shop in Petoskey, Bay Mills Resort and Casino in Brinley, Fuel Up Nutrition in Clare, JNS Hamburg in Traverse City and Kingsley, United Food Service Solutions in Grand Ledge, Friendly Foodies in Alpena, the Asian Buffet in Cadillac and Traverse City, Ludington Meat Company, McBain Hardware, Bandry Home Furnishings in Cadillac, Houghton Lake, Big Rapids, and Traverse City, Pearl's New Orleans Kitchen in Elk Rapids, Rogers Food Center in Lake City, Everett, and Reed City, Herman Hiss and Company in Bay City, Fletcher's Pub and Texas Corners in Kalamazoo, the Michigan Theater of Jackson, Hooters in Saginaw, Anna's House in Grand Rapids, Coffee Beanery in Flushing, Merritt Speedway, Northport Pub and Grill, Northern Logistics, and Spicer's Boat City in Houghton Lake. Traverse City business endorsements go to Honest Eyes Optical, DBAT Traverse City, Zen Massage and Wellness, Encore 201, Pop Excavating, Highland and Harbor, Northern Lakes Cleaning and Home Services, Suzek's Smoke Shack, Northern Trillium Company, Northwoods LG Barbecue, Downtown Vacation Rentals, Vautrubel Leather, Rovi Grill in Dearborn, Old Mission Culture Company, Archer Contracting, Intrepid Cycling, Moomer's Homemade Ice Cream, TC Man Cave, K1 Speed, Play It Again Sports, Erica Nita of Traverse City Real Estate, Yen Yoga and Fitness inside the Delamar Resort on Front Street, Firefly Kitchen and Bars, Traverse City Fun Running, Bergstrom's Burgers, Margarita's Grill, Wellbeing with Catherine Palms, Traverse City Comfort Advisor by Comfort Center, Bayview Flooring, North Coast Golf Shop, Dockside Market, Anna Very Fine Foods, and Team Bob's Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Cadillac business endorsements go to Cadillac Grill, Cadillac Nutrition, Cadillac Horizon Books, Cadillac Habitat for Humanity, Cadillac Java, Allegra Printing, Pine Grove Recreation Center, Creative Embroidery, Michigan Coffee Company, Shaley Bear Creations, Pro Quality Cleaners, Raven Social, Wildflower Bakery, Northern Star Event Rentals, Primo's Barbecue, Wexford Jewelers, Evolve Yoga and Fitness, Chunky Bear Coffee Roasters, The Truck Stop, Cadillac Lofts Apartments, Bigelow Supply, The Food Mafia Barbecue and Rolled Ice Cream, Evergreen Resort with Curly's Bar and Grill, Tees Tanning Salon, 5-star real estate agent Stacy Zirkle, The Pine Sports Bar and Bowling Center, Pizza Plus, Chico's Taco House, Baldwin Family Healthcare, Blue Heron Cafe, The House of Hunan, Wexford Senior Care Center, Max Swings Indoor Golf, Beaner's Pizza, Cabernet Peaks, Burke's Waterfront Restaurant, the Cadillac Party Lounge, and the Sweet Shop. Lake City business endorsements go to Cuts by Melanie, Marty's Pizza and Grill, Tasty Treat, Lake City Log House, the Pearson Agency, the LC Tap House, Hutchinson Septic and Excavating, the Coffee Cup, It's a Denise Jewelry, To the Moon Bakery, Northern Auto Lab, Hammer's Pub and Grub, Shoreline Cafe, Rustic Hog Barbecue, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill, the AL Trading Post, and the Misaki Golf Club Golf Course.